You win on Wednesdays. This is Pastor Wil with You Win on Wednesdays. I want you to look for the camel every Wednesday, every hump day, because the camel's going to be loaded with a life lesson blessing just for you. I want to talk for a few moments about intercessory prayer. There's an Old Testament narrative in Exodus of Moses standing on a cliff with his hands raised. Joshua is down on the battlefield, and as long as Moses' arms are erect, they prevail in battle. But when he grows fatigued and his arms begin to fall, they begin to lose the battle. And so Aaron and pull up a rock and sit Moses there, and they hold up his arms. Israel wins the battle. But it's a tremendous illustration of intercessory prayer. To intercede means to act on behalf of someone in difficulty by pleading their case. There is a celebrated church figure by the name of Charles Finney, and in his biography, a little known man named Abel Clary intercedes for his ministry. In fact, Finney says, everywhere I went, and as long as I stood, Clary prayed. I'm moved by this because it speaks to the power of intercessory prayer. Jesus said to Peter, Satan desires to sift you like wheat. Satan wants to tear you apart, but I prayed for you. It's as though he's suggesting that the distinction, the difference in your being here and not having been ripped apart was my prayers. Prayer is essential. It cannot be supplanted. Prayer is an absolute. It's like that of sports. In soccer, you can't touch the ball with your hands. In football, you carry the ball, the pigskin, across the goal line. In dodgeball, if you're hit with the ball, you're out. In baseball, if your opponent is touched with the ball, they're out. It is to suggest that all of these rules are mute without a ball. You can't play without a ball. You can't participate without a ball. You can't play golf without a ball. You can't play basketball without a ball. Despite what the rules are, you've got to have a ball. It's absolute. Prayer, intercessory prayer, is absolute. He said, pray one for the other. If you're going to pray, you need to understand these three things with regards to intercessory prayer. Number one, it's a ministry of identification. You've got to feel something for the person you're praying for. You've got to identify with them. It's also a ministry of sacrifice. As a pastor, too often, over in the night, I'm asleep, 2 or 3 o'clock in the morning, I'm laying comfortably next to Cherry Denise. And the Holy Spirit will bring a name, a face, a person before me, shake me from my sleep. And the Holy Spirit says, crawl out of your bed, go to your prayer place, get down on your knees. I want you to intercede for this person. But more importantly, intercessory prayer is a ministry of authority. You have the ability to move God himself. Moses in Psalms 106 intercedes on behalf of Israel, and because he stands in the gap, he prevents their destruction. In Ezekiel 22, the prophet asks on God's behalf, who will erect a wall? Who will stand in the gap? I will not destroy the land if I can find someone who will intercede. If you're going to be successful in ministry, you've got to pray for others. You've got to have others praying for you. Who are you praying for? I want to pray with you. I want to intercede for you. I believe in the power of prayer. Every Tuesday, every Thursday at 7 a.m. Central Time. I only pray for 15 minutes. I want you to call on tomorrow, and I'm talking to you. I'm going to pray with you. Here's the number: 712-432-0075. I want you to get the code. You've got to have a code: 568066, because everyone I know can use prayer.
It's so easy to talk about. Yes. Yeah. It's so easy to talk about the weaknesses. It's so easy because I got so many weaknesses of my own. And I